And here we are yet again on Mount Crenel for more item collection. I probably could have done all the Kinstone Fusions first instead of mixing it up like this, but at the same time I kind of prefer it this way just so it's not a solid chunk of one thing and then a solid chunk of the other. Of course, this decision would have made a little more sense if there were a few more quick travel points. I mean, there are a fair few wind crests, but there could be more. On the bright side, though, we do get to hear these boulders falling in double speed. It's pretty great. They sound like rubber balls for crying out loud, which, to be fair, would probably be just as painful, but quite a bit more hilarious. Right, so there's a wall over here which we could have accessed for quite a while, but I didn't because it's, well, all the way over here. Could have done it after the third dungeon, but it's pretty far out. I mean, not that far out. You saw the trip, right? It would have been even faster had I not bothered with the gold Tektite back there, which I probably couldn't have back after the third dungeon. Ooh. And definitely want to take care of him. Turn him into a fair with a boomerang, because don't really want to wait for him to get out of the hallway. That's the nice thing about the boomerang. It takes care of certain guys like that. And again, I get a lot more use out of it than I thought I actually did. Use it quite frequently. So, this is actually the final mysterious wall, meaning we're done with the Goron side quest. Let's see how those guys are doing. Yep, still punching that wall. If only it would break soon. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a 6 Goron panel on the floor. Oh, we could have just looked at those and then waited for another Goron to appear instead of wasting all this time punching this wall for nothing. Haha, just kidding, you actually needed 7 Gorons. But you can't fit 7 Gorons, can you? Okay, but seriously, that's done. So we'll have to pay our good old friends the Gorons a visit, which we will do soon. Of course, first we have to get out of this cave. Though we do have one more thing I want to do before I get to the Gorons. I mean, if we're stopping by this area in South Hyrule Field... well, first off, let's talk to Tingle, because I want to know how many Kinstone Fusions we have left. Okay, there's also this, but give me the useful information. Alright, 14. Getting close. And let's actually take care of another one of those right now. So, over here there's actually a tree. Again, another thing we could have taken care of earlier, but didn't. Ah well, now we are, and we can fuse Kinstones with you. Now, let's see, I actually forget which one this is, probably because he's yet another forest Minish with no name. Oh, okay, this is the red potion, actually. Which really should have been here all along, seriously, lady. I mean, the room just looks wrong with only one cauldron of, potion. I don't know what else to call it. Right, so we'll stop by and see what the red potion does later. Spoilers, it's like a blue potion, but better. But first, of course, why don't we check out how our Gorons are doing? Our Goron pals. Good old Goron pals. Because, I mean, we're close by. We're in the area, so I figured I might as well. That is obviously a lie, of course, because I came here pretty much specifically for the Gorons, though for another Kinstone Fusion as well. Let's head on in and collect our rewards. So, the first one, which we could have collected earlier, is 200 rupees. Wow, that's fantastic. Hey guys, you're just standing around. What you doing here? Why did you dig through here? Oh, to eat rocks, which you could have eaten off the walls? Ew, gross. Seriously though. First off, reward, because it's actually a pretty good reward. Also, I was checking for Kinstone Fusions, but none at the moment. We get the final empty bottle. Oh, thank goodness for that. Now we have all 4 of the bottles in the game. We got the first 3 pretty quickly, but this one, yeah, that definitely took a while considering it's almost the end of the game now. But that little slot at the bottom looks a lot better. But seriously though, that's one thing I never really got about Gorons. Sometimes they talk about, like, premium rocks as if there are rocks that are better than normal rocks. But these Gorons are just like, oh yeah, we dug through this cave to get rocks, and I'm like, okay, there are rocks everywhere. You could just go anywhere and eat rocks. What is so special about these rocks? I don't see any sirloin roxants around here, so really, I don't know what you guys are even aiming for. What's your goal? What is your motive, Gorons? What are you driving at? They're up to something, I know it. Oh, Joy Butterfly. Grab this, and what's it do? It allows you to do things faster. In this case, we can dig faster, which is kinda useful. We still have a few spots to dig. Oh, and a gold rope. Thanks for taking my heart. It's great. Not like I needed that thing anyway. Not like I wanted to shoot laser beams from my sword or anything. Not like that's really cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can't actually insta-kill those guys with the light arrows or anything. The Igor statues. Gotta remember their names because they are pretty great. And go away, like. I do not like the likes, nor do they like me, or anyone. They are heartless beasts, and, you know, I don't really care for them for that. Alright, so this waterfall over here... Oh, actually, we haven't been here yet, since we haven't actually been by Castor Wild since we learned how to swim, so... Free-ish piece of hearts. Just make sure you push these blocks, and you got... Ooh, that's actually another heart container, so cool. Only 3 more left. Well, heart containers. Obviously, there'll be more heart pieces. Good old Scarblade. I'm sure it will. Please spout nonsense like the last guy did. I mean, he is pretty similar to the previous guy. But unlike him, instead of learning how to split faster, we're gonna learn how to spin faster. And he just shouts spinning at us. Yep, that sure was some fantastic training. I wish I could learn just about anything by somebody shouting it at me. I mean, it'd be a little bad on the ears, of course, but, you know, it'd be a lot easier. Calculus! Oh, wow, this is really easy, thanks. Alright, well, he's done with, so, now that doesn't mean we're done with Castor Wilds, of course. If you'll remember, there are a few things left, such as the, Joy Butterfly, and there are a few other things in Wind Ruins. But, of course, gotta take care of you first. I really don't like the positioning of that Igor statue. It's legitimately pretty bad. Also, Link spinning and double speed, pretty great. I mean, most things in double speed are pretty great, but that especially. Alright, now we gotta wait for lily pads, and thank goodness I decided to speed this up, because waiting around for these things, really not fun, surprisingly enough, and oh boy, a blue Kinstone piece. I totally need this. Am I being sarcastic enough about Kinstones? I don't think I am. I need to be more sarcastic about the things, and oh boy, a red Kinstone! Woo! Oh man, we got Kinstones as a reward. We don't need Kinstones, like, at all. Oh yeah, and because I didn't mention it, Castor Wild's theme also sounds great sped up. Again, everything does, but it's pretty great. It goes from being kinda spooky to whatever this happens to be. Ah yes, and how could I forget the ghost of Swiftblade the First? Out of this world, huh? Alright, this better melt my brain with how fantastic it is. Okay, I get it. Do it over and over again. Got it. It's not so easy to press the button repeatedly. You might get tired eventually. I mean, it's not like you can do the attack forever, but who knows? You might be a little tired after it. What if you accidentally get a blister or something? Might make your thumb sore, and then you just wouldn't want to do that. So here's the great spin attack. And thanks to Scarblade, we can execute that pretty quickly. Though, unlike him, we actually get a Tiger Scroll for that. This is it, at last, the ultimate sword technique, except it's not quite ultimate as is, but we'll get into that later. First off, Joy Butterfly. You can now shoot arrows faster, which, again, is still pretty useful for other things, though we're probably not going to run into too many more Igor statues, so it's not going to be useful for them, even though they take 3 arrows to the eye to kill. Would be useful for them if I still had them to deal with. I mean, I might deal with them a few more times. You never know what you have to do in Caster Wilds. I mean, somebody probably has this game memorized, so they do, but nonetheless, I don't. Oh yeah, by the way, back there, the grass patches don't actually respawn, and I thought they did for some reason, but way back when we were first going through that area, I was like, oh, they respawn, and completely missed the fact that they didn't, and the only grass patch that was still there was the one I hadn't cut, so yeah, that was a little embarrassing. But in all seriousness, though, that's all there is for this, other than the gold enemy, but thankfully we don't have to take care of that guy first because we got a shortcut. Yet there isn't a shortcut in front of the, not worst one. Like, I like this puzzle, but when traveling back through here, yeah, the fact that you actually have to deactivate this guy every time gets just a little bit annoying. Ah well. Goldock, easy enough to take care of. He sometimes walks into me, but he's not too bad. Alright, so that's it for Wind Ruins, at least for now. There's going to be other stuff. You probably noticed the bean back there that we'll have to take care of, but we haven't done that fusion just yet, so we're going to have to wait for it. So yes, next off, we're actually going to go for a treasure here. Hey kitty, don't mind me. Excuse me, I said don't mind me. So yeah, there was this bridge here a while ago which we couldn't jump over. Actually, we could have gotten this the moment we got the flippers, since there's a bit of shallow water there, but nope, I didn't. And yeah, I'm still not gonna... Oh, hey, talk to the kitty. Oh, but then he tries to kill me. That's very rude, kitty. But yeah, as I was about to say, there is still that treasure, it's in ice, but like I said, I never went back for that one, because there's really no point in doing so. It just kind of takes me out of my way. But I think we're actually just about done with optional stuff for now. Because I want my sword fused. Because there are a few places here and there where you actually need the final upgrade to the sword. Not many, but enough where I want to upgrade it, then go do that stuff, so time to finish this sword. It's going to have enough power to kill Vaati, and then we're not going to kill Vaati just yet, because we've got stuff to do, you know? And stuff is important. My business is far more important than saving Hyrule. I mean, in fairness, it's kinda one and the same, it's just mine's a bit of a detour to make my job easier. Which no one probably appreciates but me, but they're cretins, of course. We, of course, do still have to go through here because there are people guarding Hyrule Castle because Vaati's still disguising himself as the king and issuing orders, and the guards are just like, well, alright, we'll go along with it. So we still gotta sneak in, and everything's still locked. Except the most important thing. And thank goodness for that. Nobody came by here and locked the place, even though we haven't actually been here for quite a while by this point. One final time, we place the sword in its pedestal. And unfortunately, rather than a green blade, we get a gold blade. Congratulations! This is now the Four Sword. Indeed. I mean, to be fair, it's a nice design, but I kind of would have liked to see a green hilt on it, you know? So, by charging our spin attack, we can now do that. So yeah, that'll repel evil, apparently. And also stone tablets. And it'll open doors. Well, that's a multifunction spell. If you say so. I mean, I suppose we might as well. I'm wasting time here, so let's see what's inside here. Treasure of some sort? Ooh, some nice stained glass. Wait, stained glass? This seems familiar somehow. It is the very same story we saw at the start. We remember this. That moblin was a big old jerk and set everything on fire, and no one liked him. Look at him, smug little so-and-so. It's true it did mention a golden light, but doesn't actually say where it is. It's probably not in the sword, otherwise Vaati would have just taken that at the beginning, so wherever could it be? And of course, it's definitely not in the chest. Vaati made sure of that. It was just monsters in there. Oh, gasp! What a surprise! It was actually Zelda who was the important one all along. Oh, wow! How did I not see you there? Yes, I don't really do anything on my own. To be fair, I probably could have guessed this plot twist, and wow, Zelda's been a statue all this time, so this could have been really easy. Oh well, bye, loser!